Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the Cremator, so let's crack on with it. So let's first of all talk about how to acquire this beautiful weapon. To acquire the weapon now, if you didn't acquire it through a battle pass that was a few seasons ago, you can spend 750 bullions. So if we head over to the crater, and we're going to go to the core of the crater. Once inside, we're going to be running over to the bot Mortimer, which is just over here. Once you get over to Mortimer, you will need to have allied with the raiders. If you have allied with the raiders and you trade for gold bullions, you should be able to see it within his plans here. I don't have allied, so I can't see it, but I also have most of the stuff for the Cremator. Once you have done that, it's going to be 750 bullions. So now we can go and craft our weapon. So let's talk about the modifications for this weapon. First of all, we have the color of the flame. This is pretty much just cosmetic, at least to what I know. And the one I chose is obviously pink, but you can get blue, green, and red. Next, we have the barrel. And there are a couple you can choose from, some interesting ones here. So we have multi-shot barrel, which I'm guessing shoots more than one round. You do get some fire rate with this, but you lose a significant amount of damage. But that damage is then split into 4 different pellets, for me dealing 49 damage per pellet. You still get that 313 burn effect for 6 seconds. We obviously have the standard barrel. And then there's the double shot, which will split the damage into 2 130 damage shots, at least for me. You do get some fire rate on that compared to the heavy, which is what I have equipped, and a little bit of weight reduction. But the main thing we're losing out here is the VATS accuracy. Now, I am a VATS build even for my heavy weapons, even though VATS isn't phenomenal with heavy weapons. I still like to throw in some VATS with it too. So for VATS, I have the heavy barrel equipped, and with the heavy barrel you're going to get the biggest amount of damage per shot, pellet, whatever you want to call it, flame ball. So I have that equipped here. You also will find that with the propellant tanks you can actually get a little bit more fire rate, which is what I choose here. 30% reload speed, which is pretty huge on a heavy weapon. One of the downsides of any heavy weapon is the reload speed can be significant compared to, say, a Elder Smock, like I showed in one of my previous videos. So some of the options for the propellant tank is the large propellant tank, which gives you plus 45 to your capacity, but you do lose some AP cost, a significant amount, which is 5, and you also get a little bit of 0.6 weight added to it. Then there's the huge propellant tank. This adds a 90 to the capacity with another plus 5 to the AP cost and still a small amount of weight increase. The one that I have gone for is reload speed. I just prefer that. It's a personal preference really with how these operate. So now let's have a quick look at some of the tank options. So we have slow burning, which over 12 seconds, you will do 1,271 burn, which is a huge amount of burn. And then there's the napalm tank, which adds a significant amount of damage to your shot, as well as plus 77 to burn. Now, personally, I'm going to select the napalm tank. I want to give that a go, see what kind of damage numbers we can get. But obviously, this burn here with the slow burning tank, 1,271 burn, is a lot of burn. Just 12 seconds is a long time. So maybe for bosses or something, I could see this being good, but then again, maybe there's people out there who play around with the Cremator a lot more than I do. I just don't really use this weapon. That can throw in the comments which one of these tanks is the preferred use, or the meta, you could say. So with that all out the way, let's go check out on ammunition. So I'm going to throw in a quick caveat real quick. So you can see I have 90 ammunition equipped on this weapon. That means I have 9 shots because it actually uses 10 fuel per shot, as you can see. So for fuel, you're going to need to go to energy ammo in your Tinkering's bench, and here is fuel. Now I do have the legendary perk card, the one that gives you more ammunition, I forgot what it's called, equipped, so I get 90 fuel per craft here, and it's going to require 10 acid, 5 oil, and 2 steel. So now we're over at West Tech, and we're going to give this weapon system a bloody good go. So first of all, let's check out the recoil. Really isn't any. Maybe if we get the extra fire rate, that might be a little bit more, but you can see that there is a little bit of a bloom to where the shot is firing. It is a little bit all over the place, just slightly within that influence area. So with that out the way, we'll show the weapon system that we have here, and it is not a great one. It is anti-armor. The last round in the magazine has a 25% chance to deal 100% damage. Really got to change that. And then 15% reload speed, which actually I don't mind too much on this weapon system. On the middle, I think I would like some fire rate or some VATS range. Those two being really the two I can think of. If I get any of the mods and I really like this weapon, maybe I'll work it up. But I think this is a usable weapon. It's not phenomenal. I'm not saying that these are the roles you should look for. Understand if you're in power armor, you might want your 2-star effect to be different. You might even not care about the reload speed and maybe want something else. So just realize that this is just personal preference for me and what I'm looking for with the build that I like to use. I am not in power armor, so I can utilize VATS a little bit better than normal. With that all out the way, let's crack on with it. So this is a one-shot machine. Just absolutely one-shots everything, but I realized that every one of these shots is 10 fuel, so that didn't actually finish them off there. Oh my gosh. But you can definitely see the power of this weapon system. I'm not saying this weapon system is not good. This weapon system is extremely good. I just can't, with the amount of, like, that was 10 fuel, but it got the job done. Right? With a flamer, granted, you do have to get right on in there. The range of this is significantly more than a flamer. With a flamer, that was 2,222 damage, by the way. That was phenomenal. That was phenomenal. But yeah, with the flamer, you don't need 10 fuel to destroy one of these super mutants, especially with the one that we showed in the previous weapon showcase, the Holy Fire. The Holy Fire you saw was 2 or 3 bits of fuel, if you're not just, holding it down, to eliminate the enemy. Right, we're gonna pop inside and we'll continue this conversation. Right, we're inside now. One thing I do want to touch on real quick is this Halloween skin, and it does look pretty neat, I must say, with the with the pumpkin on the front, and I think this skin looks pretty good. One to their own. Maybe not the purple tanks, they don't really fit the aesthetic, but hey, who doesn't want some pink flames? Right, let's continue this. So yeah, this thing is a one-shot machine, but with saying that, what about what's the weapon? There's another heavy weapon. It's not the plasma gat, it's the plasma caster. That's what I'm thinking about. What about the plasma caster? Maybe we'll check that out in the next video, because oh, that's right. So that's something to take note of. I'm glad we did it. You can blow yourself up. So the splash from the explosion of your shells will tag you if they're close, and it will kill you. Now, there are ways to mitigate that. Let's see if I can get some stuff to try and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, we're back. And so far we have blown ourselves up twice with these Flamey Boy weapons. Definitely not the most fantastic of looks, is it? So you can see we do, you can get some fuel back from killing these things, but you're not all the time going to get that 10 fuel back, right? So hold on, let me fix my, there it is, Nerd Rage. Grab that real quick before we continue. So that was something I wanted to highlight, right? I'm going to go through my cards and see if I can change some stuff to maybe rectify the issue. All right, so I've just equipped Fireproof or whatever it's called, and it basically reduces the flame damage I take by 45%. Now, I don't think, being a one-shot build that I am, it's going to help. But hey, every little helps, right? So we just pop that on, and we're going to see how that does. So you can see the sort of non-headshot damage we're doing here. Let's get a little bit more. You can see there's a little bit of splash going on. You can see the burn effect on him. Wow, he almost actually died to that burn effect. Oh, I burnt myself. Okay, we're back. Again, you know, I'm becoming a fan of burning myself with pink flames. All for the science. Just go with that. We'll just go with that. I'm not terrible with the Cremator. We're just all for science. Right, so I gotta make sure things don't run up on me. But yeah, that's definitely one of the Cremator's deficits, is the fact that you can burn yourself to death, which is quite the issue. Right, I can't really, can I push this guy? Good. Good. We gotta be methodical here. We gotta be methodical. Oh, please don't burn me. Oh, heal. Oh, I'm so scared right now. I'm so scared. All right, we can do this. We can get through this without blowing ourselves up a third time. Okay, so I think we will have this in the bag. So yeah, there's definitely something you got to take note of. You can ruin your life rather quickly with this weapon system. Now, as long as I keep on top of it and I, you know, stim myself back up, I think I should be okay. But I do forget that. You get so used to every other weapon not doing that, except for, you know, maybe the grenade launcher or something, which I do like using. We are trying to grab as much fuel as we can as we go through here, considering this weapon is one of the most expensive weapon systems to use in the game. Now, if you have an abundance of resources, hi, how you doing? And you're okay with just slamming fuel, by all means, don't let me stop you. But if you're brand new to the game and you're looking at this weapon like, wow, that thing looks cool, I really like those pink flames, then obviously, oh crap, please don't kill myself. Oh, that was close. Just be aware that each one of these is 10 fuel, and fuel isn't exactly the cheapest thing to make. Am I burning? Okay, just got to double check. We've obviously got to scoop up as much fuel as we can as we run through here, just to keep the ammunition nice and topped up. So I am happy they made the change to ammo. Before, it was a lot less lenient with dropping ammo per kill in the open world, and a lot of times you would either have to craft it or you would have to go to a daily ops. So that being in the game now, I couldn't imagine rocking this weapon before. Definitely helps out quite a significant amount. Now, another thing to take note of compared to the flamer or the holy fire that we used in the last video is this is not silence compared. Oh! This is not silence compared to the holy fire, which you definitely saw in that video that things could not see me even when I was right next to it. But with that being said, this thing does absolutely annihilate these mutants. Oh my god. Oh! Everything knows I'm here. Look at these pile of bodies. Just cremator things, I guess, huh? Hi. How you doing? Take some of that. Right, let's loot this up and let's get over to the conclusion. So I actually forgot to show some of the skins that you could have acquired for this weapon. So obviously we have the Halloween paint that you can get right now. I think this is a really, really cool paint, and the one that I'll be using with pretty much all my cremators, I think, from here on out. I just love the spiderweb effect and the giant pumpkin on the front. I just think it's a really cool skin. There's also the Peepers paint. I'm not the hugest fan of this, but hey, it might look cool to some. Then you've also got the Rip Daring paint, which is also a pretty cool one. Pretty similar to the Peepers paint, I feel like, with the front section here, but obviously red and flamey. And then this is what the default looks like, which all in all still doesn't look too bad. But I think the Halloween is the best looking one, personally. Let me know in the comments down below which one you guys like. And that will conclude this video. I hope it was informative. I hope it helped you guys out. And I hope you guys understand some of the reasons why I personally don't use this weapon. The 10 fuel per shot for the damage. The damage is phenomenal, but 10 fuel is quite a steep price to pay for this weapon system. Now, with that out the way, the damage is phenomenal. It also has an explosive radius. So if you're in an event and you're wanting to tag stuff up and you have an abundance of resources and you want to use this weapon, this is actually a very good tagging weapon because it just allows you to spread damage quite easily across the field, and you can shoot it pretty far away. So you can definitely, especially if you're doing something like an eviction notice, you can project damage pretty far away, and it's an explosive sort of thing. It's a pretty fair sized explosion, so you can get some pretty easy tags with this thing as a good use case. Would I use this every day? Absolutely not. The ammunition cost is, in my opinion, too large for me to be using every day, and I think I do have a plasma caster video up, if I remember correct. If not, then that will be the next one, just to show you guys a comparison. But the plasma caster can pretty much do the same thing in terms of damage, one-shotting stuff, shooting really far away at the fraction of the price for the ammunition. The only thing you're missing out on is that explosion. You're not going to get that AoE spread that you would with the Cremator. With that all out the way, cheers all for joining me. Thanks all for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next one.